We live?
We're live.
We're live, thanks to Ryan. I didn't know you could do 1080p on these
You did
live streams. Did I? I thought it was only 720. I would have it in 720, so thanks, Ryan. That was pretty awesome of you, man. You're just my tech wizard. Anyway, if you're joining us today sometime, thank you for joining the channel here. We're just heading up to Edmonton. We got some business up there. No pleasure today. It's strictly business, but we get some things to talk about, and I don't know, it might be fun. Come along for the ride if you like. We're here at McCafe. We're gonna grab a cup of coffee for the road, and we're gonna be on our way. So anyway, today was kind of an interesting day. I wanted to go outside and see the status of the yard. It's a really hot one today here in central Alberta. I think we're going to go to 30 degrees here today. This is maybe twice or three times in a summer for us up here in our northern climes, but we'll get to that here in a minute. I'm just going to order some coffee. What do you want, Ming Ming?
Water, coffee and water.
Ryan, you want something? Hi, Emily. Could I get 2 medium coffees with 2 milk and 1 Splenda each one?
Okay.
And may I have 3 glasses of cold water, please, too?
How many, sir?
3?
2. Okay.
And that should be it. Thank you. And do you guys got face masks today? Okay, maybe we could get enough for 3 people if you don't mind.
Sure.
Thank you. Well, that's good. They got the mask today. So going to the city, we just might need some of those masks. You know what I mean? So anyway, getting back to the story I wanted to talk about, it was really kind of funny. I went outside to look at the status of the yard, and I went onto the deck, and I saw this really cool looking dragonfly sitting on an aluminum rail post on the deck. So I ran back inside to get a camera to see if I can get a picture of him. If you've watched any of my videos lately, I've been using different bugs as kind of the intro. So I'm kind of going along with that theme, being Mr. Bug Pop and all. So I tried to get a video of this really beautiful dragonfly, and I tried to inch in a little bit closer so I could frame him up, and he flew away. And so I said, darn, I'm having really crappy luck. We missed a geocache the other day, and twice actually, the same geocache in the last couple of days, and now I'm missing beautiful shots of critters I could use in my videos. Oh, coming up here to pay. You got those little stickers there, Norm?
Yeah.
Awesome. Hello. Thank you.
Have a good one.
You too. So anyway, we where was I, Ryan? Ryan, were you listening along? Lost my train of thought. Bugs, grasshopper. Oh, anyway, yeah, so this this dragonfly, he flew off, and so I kind of followed him. I could see him flitting around. We've got a lilac bush in the front of our yard, and he was kind of flitting around on this lilac bush, so I kept trying to creep a little bit closer, and every time I thought I could get a picture or a video, he flew off again. So finally he landed once, and I don't know if he got used to me or he was busy chewing on something there eventually. Maybe he was preoccupied, but he didn't move after that. So I got right up to him, got some really good stills and a video of him, and I even tried to shake the leaf, and he wouldn't leave. He just hung on, and finally Ryan came out to see what I was up to, and the dragonfly, he just flew right under Ryan's arm. So we got some really cool pictures of the dragonfly on Ryan's arm, and Ryan looking on it like he just got a new pet, because he's been dying to get some kind of a pet. So maybe today he had a pet dragonfly for a little bit. Hey, Ryan? It was kind of fun. He thought that was pretty special, that he didn't even want to leave. He blew on it, and he didn't want to leave. Finally it flew off back into the lilac bush, but got some really nice footage. It's going to really make a nice intro for another video coming up. So I'm on the lookout for bugs all the time, and when I find something so beautiful, it just makes my day. So I started off the day really good. So that's that story.
Did you see your wife come in? Your beautiful, lovely wife.
Oh, do I have to go in there and comment? Let's see. Hello there, beep beep chicken. Beep squared, chicken squared, I should call you. It's easier that way. Nice bug. Where's the bug?
You talk about bug?
Oh, you mean my dragonfly? Yeah. It was really cool. And then Beep Beep Chicken Chicken talks, you should tell your fans about your channel name. What does that mean? She's probably a better one to talk about that, but we'll get to that in a bit. We're going to grab the coffee here, and maybe we'll do an expose on how I ended up with the nickname Bug Pop and how it's slowly evolving as doing the YouTube and making videos. It's kind of slowly evolving, but I'll always be Bug Pop to my wife, I guess. Is that right, dear?
Gavin say, who's Ryan?
That's this guy. Thank you. No problem.
And the master,
Yeah, I think
honey.
he's getting those. Thanks so much.
And straw. Awesome.
Salamat. Thanks a lot.
Salamat. Here, Ryan, get your salak back. Thank you. And your straw.
Ryan's our son.
How beautiful, sweet
He's,
son.
Ryan is the IT expert in our family. If you got any problem at all, actually he's the expert in a lot of stuff. Myself, I'm not an expert at anything. But I'm no Donald Trump, but Ryan certainly is tending to be a little bit like a rocket scientist himself. So he's all things IT, and if we need a hand, he's the right-hand man. We struggle with stuff. You know, I'm kind of aged. I'm getting up there, and I wasn't born in the tech-savvy world. And Ryan, I don't know. It's probably like all the kids today. They're born with it, raised with it, go to school with it all, and they can figure it out so fast. We run into a problem, you just call Ryan, and a couple of minutes later, you're back up and running. And if he wasn't around, I wouldn't be able to do what I'm doing with YouTube or anything else, technically anyway, because he's just he's a whiz with this kind of stuff. So anyway, Kristen is your IT guy.
Ooh, I like the sound of Kristen.
Yeah, everybody needs an IT guy, that's for sure. Without him, you're lost. And I don't know. I'm kind of old school, so I get kind of tired of that. Every time you need to do something, you got to learn a new program, or there's an update and it's a change, and you got to learn stuff. I kind of like to have things stay the same sometimes.
Can I ask him who Kristen is?
Who's Kristen? I can't read the norm. You're gonna have to read that if possible.
You have to read it.
Because I have to drive. I can't read the small
I can't
print.
read it from the back.
Maybe Ryan should be in the front. He could read it out while you're working in the back.
Kristen is my IT guy. And laugh.
Yeah, everybody needs an IT guy.
He is my son.
Okay.
Oh,
Give me my
Yeah.
phone, hun.
Yeah, I hear you on that.
here you go.
We'd be totally lost without Ryan.
I definitely
Ryan's
know.
10 going on 25, I think. But he'll be 11 here before too long. But he's just a whiz at it all. How old is your son? They probably got computers
It's
in
a
school.
Paglayan.
Is that Ryan?
Yeah.
What a ting tong.
What did you do with my phone?
What is the name, Ryan? Gavin.
Gavin Hillison.
Gavin. I should have figured that out. If I would have heard Gavin Hillison, I would have gone, who's Gavin Hillison? I know that name from somewhere.
Really?
What a guy.
Mom thought it was someone to no. Wait,
I thought somebody
I
else.
thought it was a serious
Fantastic.
viewer here. Man, anyway, so now I'll have to explain that one. So, ladies and gentlemen, there's no one else here but us three, I guess, at the moment. But if you're joining this live broadcast later on, Ryan just pulled a big prank
That guy
on me.
rides so slow.
He came on the live stream as what was your name when you came on, Ryan?
Gavin Hillison.
And what's your son's name? Gavin Hillison?
Kristen.
Kristen.
Oh, Kirsten.
Wife and Baki.
So anyway, of all names, and that's nothing against anyone with the name Gavin Hillison, because I'm sure there must be some out there somewhere. But how Ryan came up with that name, I'll never know. So anyway, he pranked us. He came on the live stream as Gavin Hillison and was playing along here, and we were talking about Ryan on the live stream here, saying, "Oh, he's our IT guy. He knows everything. He's a brilliant kid." And all of a sudden, Gavin Hillison comes on and says, "Who's Ryan?" So we had to explain to Gavin, aka Ryan, who Ryan was, and then we were talking about IT, and then Gavin Hillison said his son Kirsten was his IT guy, and then finally he broke the silence in the back seat there, where he is currently laughing and giggling about the latest prank he's pulled on us, and he owned up to him being Gavin Hillison. So yeah, it's always a laugh every minute with these two people. I don't know what I did without these guys in my life before they came along. I think life must have been pretty boring. Ryan's keeping me in stitches most of the time, and Norm keeps me on the run. So yeah, it's kind of a fun life we've got.
Why keep you in the run?
They're always chasing me and yelling at me. Get me to do this, get me to do that.
Really?
Yeah,
When was it?
all the time. Ask Ryan. Ryan's my IT guy, and he always backs me up if I say, "Right, Ryan?"
Yep.
And he'll go, "Yep." Until he wants something from mom, like supper or a new iPad or something like that, and then he's on mom's side quite a bit of the time.
Or you said that mean like he didn't really care about his mom thing.
Oh no, he loves his mung
I
tick.
love my mum tick.
He loves his mung tick.
I love my mum tick.
And I don't know why she ever got the name Mung Tick. Norm's got a lot of funny nicknames. We call her Ting Ting, Ding Dong, Mung Tick. Well, Mung, I guess maybe it's Mung Bean, right? The mung beans that you grow sprouts from.
I don't
So
know.
somehow it got to be Mung Tick. But we only call her all those weird names because she calls us weird names. She calls me Buck Bob all the time. And Norm can probably tell you what that is.
Police, eh?
Is it police?
Yeah.
Good. I'm glad they're out there catching bad guys. Right, Viper? Viper 6, my good friend on YouTube. Every time the train goes by, I yell, "Viper, darn you." And every time we see a cop or some bad guy in the road, it's, "Here's one for you, Viper." So we have a lot of fun. Thanks, Viper 6. Anyway, so Norm calls me Buck Bob. And it's usually anytime I do something that she doesn't approve of. Or if I try to tease her, bug her, or startle her, she'll yell and go, "Buck Bob!" And
Spinning.
I didn't know what it was for a long time. But I guess in Thai culture, Buck Bob is kind of a mythical, ghost-like creature. Kind of like the boogeyman in our culture here in North America. The bogeyman, or in Mexico, I think you got what's the name of that one? The Chupacabra or something. I can't remember how to pronounce it, but they've got their own boogeyman. It's kind of a mythical monster that if you wander out at night, you're risking getting eaten alive by some strange monster creature. So that's kind of who Buck Bob is. And then, Thai language, they always spell things 3 or 4 different ways,
Oh, my.
depending on who you're talking to. So, yeah, Kristen, that's your son, the IT guy.
That's my son.
Yeah. So anyway, there's about 3 different ways you could spell Buck Bob, and when she called me that long enough, I finally kind of embraced the idea of being Buck Bob. So I translated as Bug Pop, and I got a personalized license plate, and that goes on my old truck. So I've been Bug Pop for a long time, and I get reminded of every time I do something Norm doesn't approve of. So anyway, when we went around to starting YouTube about 3 months ago or so because of COVID, we all just started our own channel, and I thought it was just natural to call mine Mr. Bug Pop. I kind of took a little bit of inspiration from Mr. Beast with the Mr. part, and Bug Pop because that's what my wife calls me. But over time, as I mature in my theatrical movie making career, I've kind of gone a little bit softer on the bug pop, and I kind of started incorporating all these little creatures that we find in the art into the intros, the video, and stuff like that. So I just thought it was nice to be able to share all those little pictures of those creatures as we find them that may come up. So that's kind of the story behind that. You got anything to add about that, Norm?
No,
Are you gonna stop calling me Bug Pop?
no, look like
YouTube
until
channel,
you make
man.
me late, maybe I call sweetheart.
Oh, okay. After I'm super famous,
Yeah.
then she called then I can change my name to Mr. Sweetheart. Oh, that's nice. I'll have to wait for her approval. Anyway, I wanted to tell everybody. I haven't told Ryan or Norm about this plan I got. You know, I do a lot of time on the lawnmower. We got not a huge yard or lot, but I've had this property for quite a long time and rode a lot of miles on the lawnmower. It seems like good or bad, when I'm on the lawnmower, my mind wanders. If I'm in a bad mood or feeling low or depressed, I should stay off the lawnmower because I think too much. And that's kind of been a source of distress in the past. But the last few months or so, since I've been doing YouTube and being in more of a creative, positive space, I get on the lawn tractor and all I do is think about new projects or new ideas or see something I want to film and share with people. Or it really gives me a lot of joy and pleasure to come up with something creative. So anyway, yesterday I was on the lawnmower. I got that done, and it was really, I took the day to really contemplate what it meant, to be a human being on the planet on that particular day. And met a lot of people on YouTube and some that have talked about, and I thought to myself, YouTube, probably a great platform to be able to be used for good, right? So I'm thinking, what can I do on my channel to help other people? I was watching Rhett and Link the other day on YouTube, and they talked about, one of their joys is bringing a laugh to somebody. Comedy is such a great thing to share with other people, and it's a real service to mankind, in my view. A lot of great comedians, and it helps make sometimes a tough period a little bit more tolerable, I guess. So I'm thinking, what could I do on my YouTube channel to help, to make the world a better place? And I came up with this really crazy idea, even crazier than getting onto my roof and streaming live for 24 hours off the roof. This idea comes with a challenge to other people, and so I haven't told Ryan or Norm, so I'm just going to explain it now, and if I get up the nerve or the dander, I think I'm going to do it. But what it involves doing is mowing the lawn. Funny just that I got the idea of driving the lawn tractor around. But what I plan on, and I'm going to be mowing the lawn, but I'm only going to think that I'm going to be pushing through 3 foot of grass. I'm going to have it mowed down to a reasonable height, just above where I need to keep it good with the real mower. So I got to take it down with the lawn tractor first, and until it's at the lowest setting on the lawn tractor, and then I'm going to maintain it with the reel mower as much as I can with the reel mower until I have my goal met. And I'm going to set the goal rather modestly to begin with, and over time, if I meet my goal within a reasonable amount of time and my health stays good and my mower stays sharp and the rain doesn't stop me from getting out there and the grass gets ahead of me, so I have to knock it down with the tractor again. Well, here's the plan. I want to pick a cause that I can be a champion for and challenge anybody watching to do something for me. And here's the cause that I'm going to be championing for. I'm going to be talking about men's health. I'm keep on cutting, and I don't care if it takes the rest of the challenges. I want you, if you're a man 45 and above, to get your PSA test done. That's the prostate antigen test. And it's a simple blood test. You go to your doctor and they'll take some blood out of you and they'll do a test, and then they'll have an idea of the shape of your prostate. I want you to tell that story to somebody, or share the link to the video to somebody who the issue is, and how to get it done. And let's get some education out there. I know they're really doing a great job with cancer screening, and that's one area where there's very good results. We'll work out the details on it, but that's what I was thinking on my long tractor the other day. So I'm gonna do a little bit more figuring out how I can get it done and how to go about making this happen. But I don't know if I'm gonna start to go out with, say 20 people. 20 people do that. Either agree to go and get a test if you haven't had it done, or just to share the information with someone you care about, or someone you love, or somebody you know who's in that age bracket and who's a male. So I'm asking everybody to participate in this. Let's get the information out there. Let's get as many people tested for prostate cancer, or the health of their prostate, and so we can save more lives too.
You might have to talk again about the prostate challenge again.
Well, that's what I'm doing now. I never told you or Ryan about that, but I think that's going to be a worthwhile thing to do. And if I gotta be out there in the real mower for the rest of the year, I'm happy with that, because when I was in treatment and I was at the gym because of the insurance company was sending me there to get back into shape after my own